serius lah.
Bawa
Kita nak pergi Herbal Essence kat Singapura, kat lab ada projek haram. Tapi
babi dah lah. Oh boy.
lepas tu dia sampai sana dia ada kelas Zumba. Tengok dressing.
Acah like apa? Acah
Taki rumba.
Selamat datang ke Thinkerayap. Okey, kita orang ni Thinkerayap yang tidak dirancang. Thinkerayap Singapura ni sebenarnya kita ada mission. Kita ada projek dengan Herbal Essence. Kita akan jumpa saintis diorang. Kita akan pergi Banyak Innovation Centre and stuff. At the same time, Mawar dengan Alia tak pernah pergi Singapura. So kita ambilkanlah kesempatan ini untuk bawa diorang explore Singapura, playing tourist.
Okay, mana ni?
Doesn't matter. Kau ikut jalan. Dekat gardens by the bay. Singapore is actually very green. Dia punya town centre especially untuk the metropolitan city, aku rasa dia green. Not for 20 greens but greens. So macam mana first time pergi Singapore, apa setakat ni lah. Walaupun kau tak pergi mana-mana sangat pun.
Dia amazed, tapi sebab dia macam Penang juga, aku akan insert kat benda dalam Penang tu.
Move on lah.
So dia macam
lah.
So dia tak impress sangat aku actually. I'm so sorry
sangat.
but yeah, best. You get to do a lot of things with a cheap price.
Itulah ni orang cakap baru rasa like macam sehari setengah dah acah macam tahu inside lah.
Tak lah.
Korang jangan jadi macam tu. I mean like, at least you know everything, then only have an opinion. Tour guide dah sampai. Dengan stokin tinggi.
Jom nak ni.
Kau benda tak? Dia ni boleh bangang. Okay, nak naik kayak. Aku pun tak faham asal kau dah naik kayak kat sini. Benda-benda boleh buat kat KL, dia tak buat, dia nak buat kat sini. Aku tak faham. Mana ingat Mawar punya little joy adalah dia kalau boleh dia nak jawab segala soalan-soalan yang orang tanya kat dia. Lepas tu Alia punya little joy pula, gelinya go, dia nak tunaikan Mawar punya tu. But dia orang semua lupa. Dia orang yang macam kalau level-level godlike yang menjadikan benda ni kan aku. Kita orang dekat P&G Singapore Innovation Centre where kita akan jumpa saintis daripada Herbal Essence. Nama dia Sin. Hello G. Aku dah arrange so that dia akan bawa kita tour tengok dia punya lab apa semua. Mawar mana soalan-soalan demi little joy yang dia nak tunaikan tu, dia bolehlah tunaikan. Dia tak akan tanya. Lepas tu Alia, aku dah tunaikan little joy kau, so kau nak pergi apa sekarang?
Tak, sebenarnya Alia yang contact P&G Singapore.
Insert yang dia penakut nak hantar email apa semua
tu. But yeah, I did. Saya takut nak email, saya takut nak approach orang.
So my name is Sam. I'm originally from the Philippines. I'm a principal scientist here in P&G. This is the largest private research facility in Singapore.
What does this center actually do?
So this is the research and development facility of P&G. We're catering for Asia Pacific. Some categories also cater to our global business. We have 250 laboratories in the building, and later you will be seeing only about 5.
Yeah. It's okay.
It's alright.
So today we will be featuring the herbal essences. Okay. So Adly, I have a question for you.
Oh, okay.
If herbal essences were a person, how old do you think it is today?
I would say it's like roughly around 20 to maybe early 30s.
We first launched herbal essences in the world back in 1972. Okay, 1972, which makes herbal essences 47 years old today.
Older than you.
So it's older, but as you said, it has a very youthful character. So herbal essences back in the 1972 when we first launched it, it's actually the first natural hair care brand in the world. Herbal essences believes in ingredients with intent. So it's not just getting natural ingredients, it has to be natural ingredients that really work and do something for our hair.
Boleh bau tau. Kan? Aku macam, I'm like so like wow.
This is the first laboratory.
Okay.
I know it doesn't look like a laboratory, and there's a reason behind it. So we call it the consumer home or the condo because we wanted to mimic how consumers live, at least the tier 1 consumers. And the reason why this is set up like this is because we want the consumer to feel at home. Right? So imagine if we're interviewing you here versus interviewing you in a huddle room, in a conference room, you might not be that comfortable. Right? So we even ask them to brush their teeth, to wash their hair, to wash their body, so that we can understand how the product is really being used and also the environment that affects the product usage.
Okay, when you did the research, how big is the scale of the research that you guys?
Now in P&G, if you take the global P&G, we actually talk to 5 million consumers each year in 20,000 researchers over in 60 countries. Okay, here in Singapore, we bring in around 4,000 consumers every year. Okay, so these consumers are non-P&G employees, so we just ask them to come here and we talk to them. So that's the scale of our of the research that we do. Linking back to the herbal essences buyer and you, we leverage the same approach. So we brought some of the consumers here. We asked them, "What's the problem with your hair? Why are you not happy today?" Now women told us that when they notice their hair, when they look at the mirror or when they touch and feel their hair, they notice that their hair is becoming dull and lifeless over time. When we asked them, what is the solution that you're looking for, they said they want products that are as natural as possible in order to solve this problem. Now the question is, how do you then solve the problem? So we'll move to the next laboratory and I'll show you how we're able to define that problem scientifically. So this is one of the 3 global hair testing centers we have in the world of P&G. The other 2 are in the US and in Germany. If you look around you, what do you see? Hair. So this is just an example of all the hair that we analyze in this laboratory, and all these hair are real human hair.
So okay, I'm just curious. When you do, let's say you bleach your hair, right?
Yeah.
It will damage.
Correct. The reason why you bleach your hair is because you want to create a color, right? Now, the reason why it becomes very damaged is because you're trying to destroy the skin of the hair. Okay? Because what you want to do is to let the color dyes penetrate inside the hair, and the only way to do that is to open the skin of the hair.
Yeah, jangan bleach.
Apart from colouring, what are the other reasons that cause the hair to damage?
For us men, because we actually sweat a lot, like we sweat 2 times more than females. The sweat also has some chemistry that impacts our hair. Exposure to the sun, especially during summer, we want to go to the beach, we want to go swimming, like the chlorine in the pool, the salt in the water, the UV exposure. There's a lot of different elements. Now I have here some 3D hair model to show you what's really happening. And here's an example of what happens to the hair. So a while ago, if you compare this, this is very intact. The core of the hair is still intact, but this one you see a lot of explosion because of all the free radicals going inside the hair.
Bila rupa rambut gatal ya, langsung. Ni rupa rambut sihat. Yang ni kalau rambut yang sihat. So yang ni nampak warna pink tu.
Wow,
Saintis. Untuk yang tak tahu, right? Yang mana yang cakap rambut I berminyak, ni rambut berminyak yang ada apa benda-benda yang boleh merosakkan rambut. Ni yang rambut selalu korang lepas basuh. Right? Beza dia. Okay, cool. Cheers.
Wow. Very good. Let's go to finding the solution.
Okay, ni problem statement lah. So kita ada masalah ni. Okay, cool. Okay, kita nak jadi saintis je. Call me Dr.
Dr.
Sekarang kita dekat lab.
Welcome to my lab.
Kenalan Dr.
No.
Dr. Nya.
Dr. A
Nya. A meaning in.
Yes. The problem is that consumers feel that their hair is dull and lifeless over time, and the main reason is that it's because of the free radicals that are around us. Can you guess whether our hair is dead or alive?
Dead.
Is it dead? How about yourself?
How can it grow if it's dead?
Yeah.
It's alive inside.
It's alive inside.
Dead outside.
That's correct.
Wow.
Do you want to be a scientist?
I'm actually a scientist.
Yes.
You know.
So what it means is that when the hair is inside the scalp, it's actually alive. But once it grows out of the scalp, it's already dead. Imagine when the hair is growing inside the scalp, it has its natural level of histidine, okay, the antioxidant. The histidine is the signature ingredient of the BioRenew collection. Essence says BioRenew different as compared to the other natural brands out there in Malaysia. It's not just about adding natural ingredients in the product. It should be adding natural ingredients that really work. And in order to demonstrate how we are different as compared to the other natural brands in the market, we'll do a little experiment. Start with clean water. And to demonstrate it's clean, I'm gonna drink it.
Go ahead.
But I'm also thirsty. What you to do is to get 10 ml of the water. By the way, this is the histidine. In order to prove that this water is pure, we will be using some magic pills.
Magic pills.
If it detects free radicals in the water, it would turn to a color, color purple. Okay? And the darker the color purple is, the higher the concentration of the free radicals in the water. Now, what I want you to do is to get 2 magic pills and then give it a shake. Did it change color? Nope. So it remains to be clear, which means the water is pure. It doesn't have any free radicals.
So dia tak berubah. So bila dia tak berubah colour, maksudnya dia pure lah. Dia pure, dia bersih lah, bersih. Macam diri I.
I have here another glass of water. Do you think this water is clean?
Looks clean.
It looks clean. This water is the water that I got from the tap. So it's a similar water that you used to, shower and give it a shake.
Oh shoot. You can now.
Oh ya. Uish. Cepat.
Ui.
Tak payah goncang tu.
Wow.
So ini sampel dia kalau air tu tak bersih, air tu tak ditapis, tak di apa, diseligi pula dah.
Ini air yang pure. Okay.
Masalahnya dia repeat je apa benda yang aku cakap tadi.
Tak, aku simplify kan. Ini air yang ada free radicals. Free radicals ni maksud dia elemen-elemen yang
kekotoran.
So when you wash your hair, these free radicals would go inside your hair, right? And that is the main reason why your hair is becoming dull and lifeless over time. So in order to test that, what I want you to do is to again put in 10 ml of this impure water into the 2 vials. So I have here 2 different shampoos. This shampoo is the Herbal Essences BioRenew Strawberry variant. And this shampoo, let's just call it Brand X. It's a natural, it's a natural brand in the market, which is available in Malaysia. Then you give it a shake. So you create the bubbles. And then you give it a shake. So what did you notice?
Yeah.
This one is Herbal Essences BioRenew. This is Brand X. Maksudnya Brand X tu, despite apapun dia punya claim tu, dia tak bersih kan lah. Ni Herbal Essence, dia sumber air sama.
So Herbal Essences is able to bring it back as if it's clean water.
Siapa yang nak pakai Herbal Essences yang percaya tu, dia pakai promo code kita orang tu, So the other thing I always wanted to ask, how do you actually use it? Do you shampoo your hair first? And then you
put conditioner, or you put the conditioner first?
What is the right way to use it?
So there's a lot of things going on in the market, right? Like we hear something different from a hairstylist, we hear something different from a friend based on what she heard from someone else, maybe from an influencer. I will be speaking more in the scientific realm because I'm a scientist. So my recommendation is that first you start with shampooing your hair, okay? Because what you want to do is to clean your hair from all the insults, right? Because every day our body naturally produces oil. After using the shampoo, that's the time you use a conditioner. But the conditioner, it really depends on how involved you are with your hair, right? For most men, because we don't do a lot to our hair, right? We keep it short, then some of us don't really need conditioner. But for women who are more involved, like you do a lot with your hair, you style it, you use blow dryer, curling irons, then you would need an extra step to protect your hair. And the conditioner works better once you remove or detox it from all the bad stuff.
Is it okay like for us to actually shampoo our hair every day? Because some say that
Every 2 days in
every 2 days and stuff.
Right. I think the reason why that particular recommendation existed is because some consumers using ordinary shampoo would feel that their hair is very stripped, and somehow that is true because of the quality of the product that they're using. Of course, that would depend on convenience. I know some, like, not just taking into account Malaysia, but some parts of the world, like, water access would be very limited. So of course, that would be impossible to do wash every day. But as if it's convenient for you to do it every day, then my suggestion is to do it as frequent as you can.
Kita dah pergi mula problem, kita dah identify problem, betul kita nak beli solution. Sekarang ni kita pergi the fun part, the smell.
Okay, so welcome to our second to the last stop, which is the perfume lab. Now, what we will be doing today is that we will be testing whether you can qualify as an expert perfume.
Wow, it's a test right now.
So we'll be having a
kita akan retest.
Okay. Now, instead of smelling the perfume itself, I want you to smell the product. So I want you to get this blue one, the argan oil of Morocco. Then smelling it, I want you to at least detect the top notes.
Dah macam
Macam
Coco Pear.
Yes! Yes!
Kita bisa. Okay, Mawar lah.
Peach!
Cool.
So that's perfume for you. And we have different perfumes in each of the variants. So just imagine the amount of work that comes into it.
Since we are at the last tour, right? Some of the most asked questions, right, from our viewers, like, which type of variant is for which type of?
Now I have here some of the variants. The blue one, the argan oil of Morocco, this is for repair. So if you have highly damaged hair, this is the one that I would recommend. The strawberry variant, this is more for clean. So if you're looking for something that cleans your hair of all the impurities, of all the insults that you get your hair exposed to, like your oil, the sweat, this gives you a good detox. The coffee Arabica, so this is more for people who have limp hair. So if they want to get volume, they want to get some root lift, this would be a good variant for them. And then we have there the moringa oil, the gold one. So moringa is for people who have very dehydrated hair, rough hair, so it gives you smoothening. Yeah. We have rosemary, the white one. It gives you moisture, so if your hair is dehydrated, if it's so dry, that's a good one. So in colder times of the year, if you're feeling your hair is dry, that's a good variant to use. And then finally we have the passion fruit, which is more for nourish. So if you feel that your hair is lacking of the nutrients, essentially leverages the passion flower, the rice milk, to give you the complete nourishment. So the grapefruit variant is for people who have fine hair. So if you have very thin, fine hair, and if you want to get that volume, yes.
Okay, let's say for hair like his.
This is a very short hair.
You still need to shampoo your hair.
Yeah, I know, but then how do you know that whether is this a frizzy hair? This is very short. Your hair.
So my recommendation is to do the strawberry. It gives you that.
That's what I'm using right now.
Or her hair?
Tell me about your hair. Like, what do you do to your hair? Do you color it? Do you do a lot of heat treatments, blow drying?
I do blow drying and stuff. And right now I'm using the argan oil. It's okay for that.
I think it's the right one for you because I see you have a lighter tone, which I have to color it once in a while when you do heat implements and blow drying.
Mine?
Tell me about your hair.
I don't know. I always think like I never actually care about my hair.
Yeah.
I just shampoo regardless whichever brand until I came across this product. I think the first one I tried was this.
The moisture one,
Yeah. So after using it, I said, okay. Then I decided because it felt good. Suddenly felt good. Then I decided to grow my hair. But now it's longer, so I don't know whether I should be
using what?
still using this or I don't know. I
what else
blow
do you do?
dry.
You blow
I blow
dry.
dry. Other than that, yeah, I don't color my hair. Yeah.
Yep.
I just
But you blow dry your hair. You're one of the few men that I know.
No, because I felt if I leave it on like that, it will be like curl, wavy and stuff. After I blow dry, I feel more confident. I don't know.
Yeah.
So my recommendation is to try the this one, the golden moringa oil. But it gives you nourishment, especially that you're trying to grow it even longer. So it ensures that your hair has the proper nutrients, so that as it grows out, it remains to be smooth and manageable, not so much frizzy.
So let's say to answer some of the question, for those who are having hair fall issue, which one would you recommend?
Hair fall can be the repair. Again, because the hair fall can be coming from too much exposure to chemicals or to heat, or even just simply the styling, because sometimes we excessively comb our hair, right? So the repair variant is good. I would also recommend the Norris one, the golden moringa.
Untuk mana rambut gugur tu, yes, this is highly ni untuk nourish, ni untuk repair.
Make it your hair stronger.
Yes. In total, dia punya experience ni, aku harap Mawar Little Joy dah terjawab. And then I think throughout the whole journey, kita masuk 5 lab, and then banyak job soalan-soalan yang korang tanya dah terjawab. And thank you so much, Sin.
Thank you.
I mean, to us it was like macam eye-opening, enjoyable, and it's also very insightful.
Yes.
We can share the little joy that we have to lah. I mean, a lot of questions that people can the viewers have been asking. We somewhat have an answer to it now, thanks to you.
And thank you also for coming over to Singapore and visiting my home. Hopefully with you guys you can also share back what's in the bottle and what makes it different as compared to the other products in the market. So thank you for promoting and supporting the brand.
Okay, Sin, thank you so much.
Thank you
for
so
your
much.
time and for the whole insight of
Yes.
It's our pleasure.
Guys.
Very pleasure.
And before you leave, I actually prepared something for you guys.
Yep.
And it's part of our project. I will let you reveal it at the right time.
Alright. Okay.
Thank you so much.
Anyway, guys, kita ada some project that kita tengah work on with herbal essences. Chill. Tamatlah sudah kita punya journey. Mawar punya Little Joy semua dah
terjawab,
tertunai.
semua benda dah terjawab dah.
Sekarang ni aku punya Little Joy. Aku punya Little Joy ada dalam box ni. Cepat buat hal. Little Joy aku adalah
Tak tengok.
Okay, ni produknya.
Bye guys.